Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Week 17 upsets to bet. It's the home of the Longshot. And listen, Santa Claus might not be real, but Lawson Claus is real. Chiefs, money pick. Ravens, money pick. Merry Christmas. Let's get this money. Let's get to the first upset. We got the New York Jets. Rodgers at the Buffalo Bills. Jets plus 9.5. I'm bringing the Jets down to plus 3.5. It's going to be a big payday. I would not smug my nose if you brought it down the Jets money line. Listen, I know you're laughing at home. I know some people are punching air saying, Lawson, why are you doing this to us? Why are you wasting our time? Hear me out. I have a pretty good reason for this, and I'm going to bring it to you. It's what we did with the Patriots last week when we brought the Patriots from plus 14 to plus 7.5, and it hit. Now, I know, listen, the Jets are an absolutely a dumpster fire. There's no other words for it. But their offense has been very good this whole year. Do they score a lot of points? No. But do they put up a lot of yards? Yes. And we need to walk through this Rams game. Yes, we bet the Rams on Patreon, but I did feel like maybe we got a little bit of luck here and there to cover. The Jets did not punt the whole game, and that's what type of offense they are. They are an offense that gets yards. This is a Bills defense that has been vulnerable. Listen, this is a Bills team that gave up over 80 points in 2 games in a row. And Drake May, if he had a little help, he could have pulled the upset. I think the Bills are vulnerable right now. I think this is a bad spot for the Bills. Chiefs just won today, so the number 1 seed is off the table for the Buffalo Bills. And you got a really weak Bills defense. Now, you do worry about the Jets' offensive line. This is the reason why it's a long shot. This is the reason why the Jets are plus 9.5. And I don't think the Jets are going to get stops on defense. I know how bad this defense is, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But can we look at Aaron Rodgers? Can we be honest? Can we take out the emotion? Can we take out the vitriol? Like, listen, if you want to be immature and yell like Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith, that's fine. But I actually watched the games, and Rodgers has been absolutely breathtaking the last 4 weeks. And I think that play continues, and I think this is a very solid matchup. Now, we saw the Jets go for it 4 times on 4th down last week. They failed every time, and that's why they only put up 6 points without punting the whole game. But I do think their luck will be better. I do think this Jets offense will have 5 or 6 very good, successful drives, and I think they'll result in points. I'm not saying it's going to be touchdowns. We don't know if they're going to miss or take a field goal, but I feel like this is an upset situation, and I also would not smug my nose if you went Jets money line. Like I said, this is about the Jets offense. This is about Aaron Rodgers. This is about Aaron Rodgers fighting for a job. I really like the Jets in this spot, and if the Patriots game teaches you nothing, when teams have nothing to lose, when there's no season on the line, when there's no playoff on the line, that's when you see the risk, and risk normally comes with rewards. The Jets took a lot of risks last week against the Rams. They didn't get the reward. I think they get the reward in Buffalo against the Buffalo Bills. Next game, we got the Indianapolis Colts at the New York Giants. Giants plus 7.5. You guys have been wanting me to bet the Giants on this upset video the whole year. And don't act like you weren't. I'm bringing the Giants plus 7.5, and I'm bringing that to plus 3.5. I don't think I have enough gumption to say the Giants are going to win this game. We know the Giants are an absolute terrible team. Are we going to get Locke? Are we going to get DeVito? In the grand scheme of things, I don't think it matters. And people on Patreon were trying to act like Locke or DeVito last week would change me picking the Falcons. No. But, can we walk through this a little bit? And let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Last week, the Giants were plus 8.5 at Atlanta team that is very talented, even though they have their issues. Now, the Giants are at home in the Meadowlands against the Dome team, and the Giants are plus 7.5. And to get to the numbers, I don't like this Colts team. I think they're a bad football team, and I've been telling you that since the beginning of the year. And I know Shane Steichen's a great coach. I know he won us a lot of money this year, but he's also making mistakes. And they don't have a clear quarterback advantage in this game. Normally when teams face the Giants, you have a big quarterback advantage, whether it was Daniel Jones earlier in the year or whether it's Locke or DeVito. I don't think the Colts have a big quarterback advantage here. Now, Anthony Richardson can win this game by himself, or he can lose this game by himself like he did against the Broncos. And I think that's the equation we see. The Colts are going to run the ball a lot. The Colts are going to run the ball for 150 or 200 yards. But this Colts defense is also an issue. This Colts receiving core is also an issue. There's just not an explosive team. So when you see the 7.5, obviously, I like the Giants to cover that. But I also think the Giants keep this game within a field goal. And I'm not so sure the Giants can't pull this out. Obviously, they're going to need a little bit of luck. They're going to need a little bit of game flow to work in their direction. And I do think the Giants can run it against the Colts. The Colts have been susceptible and weak against the run this year. And I think that can get the Giants going. As long as Malik Neighbors is out here, I think the Giants will make enough plays. And I think this is a good matchup for them. The Colts put up a lot of yards, but they're not a good offense. The Colts defense has had some good games, but they're not a good defense. And at the end of the day, I don't want to be oversimplistic and get to NBA talk, but the Colts should not be laying 7.5 points, whether they're home or away, against any team in the league. Their talent differential is just not that big. Give me the Giants. I'm moving them to plus 3.5. I wouldn't be bold and say like Jets money line like the first one. I wouldn't say Giants money line, but I'd like the 3.5. I think we're getting great plus money here, and I think it's a good advantageous situation. Colts got fuck all to play for. Next game, we're going to Fox, bro. We got the Los Angeles Chargers at the New England Patriots. Patriots plus 4. Patriots winning the cover. And I know on the Tuesday video, I said Chargers win, Patriots cover, but I told you I didn't have a lot of science. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I think this Chargers team is on their last legs. Obviously, this Patriots team is really bad. Obviously, it's advantageous for this Patriots team to lose. But I don't think Drake May got the memo. And when you look at Drake May, you look at explosion, you look at inspiration, you look at him extending plays that he has no business extending, and that gives you a puncher's chance in any brawl. Look at against the Bills. They had a puncher's chance, and I felt like their defense came with a good game plan. And I don't like this spot for the Chargers, the old West and East cliche. Now, are cliches lazy? Yes, but sometimes cliches and stereotypes have a little bit of truth. And I do think this is a bad spot. And I do think Harbaugh's clenching up a little bit. Look at the Chiefs game. They're at the 39-yard line with a great field goal kicker. It's 4th and 2. You either go for it or kick the field goal. Dude punts it, and he's been punting it on 4th and 2 in opposing territory the whole year. And you saw that fake punt from Mayo, and Mayo's taken a lot of criticism. But I do think the Patriots roll the envelope here. I do think the Patriots are here to win the game, and I think that's enough. And I like their defensive matchup. And yes, this Chargers defense is really good, but they're not elite. And I think Drake May can get to the 17 and 20 point plateau. And I do think this Chargers offensive explosion, Herbert going Steve McNair, Brett Favre type, against the Broncos, I do think that was more of an admiration. I do think that was more of an oasis in the Saharan desert. Yes, they happen, but that's a small sample size and not the big sample size we need. The big sample size I need is a bad Patriots offensive line, but a quarterback who doesn't know any better, who's going to extend plays, who's going to make plays, and dare I say, the Patriots are the more explosive team in this game. Give me the Patriots to win in a cover at Foxborough. And listen, I've been watching bad teams my whole life. Before my dad got DirecTV, Bro, I had to watch the 3-11 Bills. I had to watch the 4-12 Giants finish out seasons. I had no choice. I wanted to watch football, and I had to watch these bad teams. I can spot an upset, and I think these are ripe. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. The best gambling show on the internet. Gonna get back on my sleigh. Lawson Claus out.